goal, which is going to be 50 puzzles.
Okay, whatever. I can't get the player cards and crop at the same time, so cropping this, and then we're going to transition. A couple more pixels.
Talk about the players.
You absolutely can.
Player cards. BladeTwinSwords is kind of a veteran around here. He's got a lot of experience and is a pretty solid all-around player. Is around that sort of 50% win rate, capable of picking up a win in this match, I'm pretty sure. But who is going to put up a fight, I think, is Pufferfish King, who is a little bit newer to the community, but not a new face. We've seen him around. Was the king of our Jolly Mania tournament, or our Flash Escape tournament.
Goal is actually beat Freeplay B50?
Yeah. It's just the first 50 levels, I guess. But that's what it is technically. Anyway, Pufferfish King is hit or miss. Sometimes he's brilliant, and sometimes not so much. So I think this could go either way. And the game has also been revealed. You can see it's got this weird title, Know How, Think and Play Outside the Box. It's Rush Hour. If you know the sliding block puzzle where blocks only move in one direction, it's that. It's 50 of those. Have fun.
Where did the audio button go?
Yeah, Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, based off of the hit action comedy. It's a DS movie game tie-in. You can hit R to switch between. I don't remember their character names. To switch between Jackie and Chris. You can hit L and X to do a team-up attack. But the animation is really long. Like they punch guys on either side, and then Jackie punches Chris in the face, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." It eats up like 8 seconds or something. So you only want to do it when there's a lot of enemies in the room.
Where did I put my bookmark of this page? Is that how I do this?
So on my screen, Pufferfish King's stream is just white, while BladeTwinSwords is playing the game.
I see them both sliding things around, at least on the preview, but not in OBS. Why is OBS not loading the screen?
Yeah, the main stream seems to just have them frozen on the.
Oh, it's just very much lagging, I think.
Oh.
Apparently my. I need to. I know what the problem is. I'm an idiot.
Okay. Well, they're on the same level, I think. But BTS is the first one to solve it. They're on like the 4th level out of 50 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so the blocks only slide in one direction. The blocks are always wider in one direction than they are in the other. I think they're all one tile thin.
Still don't know where the audio control went. Someone in chat can remind me of that. Or just come on the dashboard. Oh, wait, here's volume. Okay, BTS volume 100%. Okay, we should have stuff now.
Cool. Anyway, the blocks only slide in the direction that they're sort of going towards. Players are moving. And to be fair, this was me for the first 15, 20 puzzles. Even like if I'm moving easily through a puzzle game, I get concerned because it's never like that for me. So, but there were a couple levels where I just didn't see it for several minutes.
In Mystery Tournament, I definitely appreciate these, what's it called, puzzle games that have a lot of levels that you're getting through a lot faster. Because it's not fun to be stuck on something for minutes and minutes at a time. Even if you get hung up in this kind of game, I feel like it'll only be like maybe a minute or two. Was that the experience, or was there a real wall?
Yeah. The way I phrased this, because I remember being slightly proud of myself for the way that I phrased it. Yeah, this is my tester notes that no one but me probably will ever read. All but 2 levels were speaking to me. Ideas about the flow of the puzzle, sub goals to aim for that advance the puzzle. But the other 2 were silent, taking up a combined 21 minutes of my time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Well, you remember them when you see them, sure. I doubt you could give me numbers.
I might. I don't know. Like a, they really. This one didn't like traumatize me the way that some of my puzzle game testing has gone. For example, you played Ora Cubu with that
Yeah,
like
yeah,
block
the
vision thing.
3D Sokoban perspective thing.
Yeah, and there was a puzzle there that had me for like an hour
Hmm.
basically. And so I that one stuck with me. I knew immediately when it came up. And I knew also that you guys would solve it as quickly as you did too, which I knew it was coming, but it still hurt when it happened. This one I won't be hurt. So, who's in the lead while we've been chatting? I don't know.
I don't know either. Has it given us level counters afterwards?
I
We're
think
just
we
gonna have
might
to
get a
pay
little
attention
peek.
and kind of see. I believe that I saw this puzzle on BTS's side on Pufferfish Kings already, so gonna
Nope,
say that.
I can see it now. 15 just cleared for BTS, 13 cleared for Pufferfish King.
Okay, so it's still close. Also, I guess I'm gonna refresh the things because or did you go back and see that somehow? Oh no, yeah, I'm just behind. Let me reload these screens.
Oh, reloaded on my end.
No, I'm reloading on my end because I was behind.
Well, no, it did refresh
Oh, yes,
on my
yes,
end though.
yes. If you're
Did
watching
it?
on the
Yeah.
preview thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, BTS sees how to slide that out of the way.
Yeah. I think those slightly
Do
poetic
the
words.
what's it called? Chests stay in block well even while they're in the exit. It's a
Yeah,
departure from normal
the
rush
one
hour.
that's sticking out blocks, but
So
it does
there
get
is an
halfway
order to
off
them.
order.
Yeah.
Um, the way that I phrased it in my test notes is pretty apt, I think,
Hmm.
as a way of thinking about the puzzle. A way that a lot of these work is you can kind of work backwards from a final solution,
Hmm.
get ideas about in order for this to get here, these need to be there, and in order for those to get there, I need to do this other thing to
Hmm.
get it out of the way. Um, so you can assign yourself a little sub goal from instead of get the chest over here to I need a way to get this
This
set of
three
blocks
wide
down
block
here.
all the way down to the bottom. So
Yes, exactly. 20 out of 50 cleared for BTS in 6 minutes. These do get harder, but like for all I know, like for other people, like it's not that much harder,
mhm.
right? Like I don't know.
I mean, do the stages get bigger
No,
eventually? It's always
nope.
this 6x6. Okay.
They just
That
get more clever, I guess.
yeah, because they're already pretty full. So
Pufferfish done with 17. That was one that I think Hopscotch got particularly quickly. This is funny that there's so many treasure chests that are just all in each other's way
mhm.
here.
I think if BTS just slides that down, yeah. Oh, has to get this first one out of the way. I think should be fine from here though.
Yeah, it's just a quick little adjustment. It always feels bad. It feels like you're making backwards progress when you have to
Yeah.
take one out of the goal, but was able to think just a couple moves ahead there and see what needed to be done. That's 20 done for Pufferfish King. BTS
Is
done with
on 20.
24.
Yeah, I believe is on 25 right now, so has a
Okay.
little bit of a lead, but certainly nothing that can't be surmounted with one bad level.
So this is kind of interesting. These two long 3-block things on the left
Yeah.
side for BTS.
Can you
Um,
ever move that one in the middle? I can't
if you
see.
had the 3 wide, yeah, you would
But you,
never
well,
be
you
able to
can't
move
get.
it.
Yeah, you can't get it up above the two. So yeah. It is tricky that they will sort of put blocks in like that without making them like a wall or something. And another puzzle game might use to show you're definitely never moving this, that it can.
Yeah. Ooh, was this the one? Was this the one that got me? I wonder. Something about it looks evil in a way that is familiar.
Myth read his testing comment, which was pretty good, but what was IDs? If you still got that
Oh,
page open,
IDs is also pretty good. Mine was poetic and thoughtful
yeah,
and insightful. ID is funny, accepting on the premise that endurance is a skill. That's it in its
yeah.
entirety.
Okay, I can see that in this sort of game where the first couple puzzles might come easy, but after you've seen so many of them,
I think this is the one. I think the one BTS is on is the one that had me for this one.
yeah, this is tricky.
10 minutes maybe.
I think BTS is on the right track though.
Yeah, has it?
Has to nice.
Fresh King, I think, is on that same level.
Yeah, I think so. I think has no has to get that out of the way. It realizes needs to move the top one. That's a good step.
Yeah, the puzzles are getting harder now. Both players are not just, not only are they not solving the puzzle, but they're not making clear, obvious progress even anymore, right?
Hmm. They're having to kind of undo moves they've made and think about
Sometimes the
exactly
cursor
what's
stops
possible.
moving. There it is for BTS. There's a flavor. So sometimes these puzzles you can just kind of pretty clearly work backwards, and I find those are the easiest ones. But
Hmm.
sometimes there's something tricky about them where you kind of can't get everything all lined up and create a clear path from where the chest starts to where the chest ends.
Hmm.
It's a process of like the chest moves halfway and then you shift the entire puzzle around it and then you
Hmm.
can move it the rest of the way. And those are I think are the hardest to sort of see.
Absolutely. Yeah, Puffer's struggling on this one that got you too. I think
Yeah.
has not
I think
made some.
it was one of these ones in this stretch from 20 to 30. And I think that was actually a reset from Pufferfish King, which is like a sometimes you feel like
Okay,
you go
got
the wrong
through.
direction. Ooh. Okay, no, I'm wrong. 27 down. That's a clear for her. BTS done with 28 actually. So Pufferfish King is on that same level and is frustrated that this was not the solution. Oh, but gets it. is joining Hopscotch. They are both on the same level. Because, I don't join Mystery Tournament because there's so many games that I think are kind of whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of don't want to play them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you join these tournaments, and
I do.
sometimes you get games that probably you don't want to play.
Yeah.
So what is something you do when you're on puzzle 30 of 50 in this rush hour game and it's all kind of whatever? How do you buckle down and focus?
I accidentally closed the game. That's what happened when I was playing the last game with like 50 levels that I didn't really want to play.
You just subconsciously, like, your body
No,
tries to
no. I mean,
resist
what
it.
happened in that one was that the controls were hold down control all the time and then walk around with WASD. And as it happens, when you press
Oh,
Control
Control W.
W in a
Okay.
web browser, it just closes the page. But no, for a more serious answer, generally, you don't think about it when you're in a real race. You're always anxious about what your opponent's doing. How they're definitely either stuck on this puzzle just like you are, or they solved it, and so you're gonna see that dot done any second. So all you can do is just keep working at it, keep trying to do something new if you're stuck, and if you're not stuck, then just ride that flow.
One puzzle ahead now is BTS. Pufferfish King is. I mean, it's hard to say whether or not Pufferfish King is actually close because sometimes
Sometimes,
just
yeah,
because there's one block in the way, sometimes that's the whole puzzle is getting that block out of the way.
sometimes it means you have to move everything else because you did the last step first or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or undo everything you've done and do a thing and then do it all again. Almost everything is perfect here for BTS, but it's just not quite in place. And even just now, looking at the puzzle, I'm like, I don't quite understand what even the final configuration of these blocks is supposed to be to allow this treasure chest to. I almost feel like this is one where the chest needs to move and then pieces need to come in behind it or something.
Hmm.
And it
How
looks
do you?
like that's what BTS is going to try to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you even get that first step, because you have
Oh,
to you
oh,
have to move
oh.
the 2 block down.
I'm ahead of you, so I get
Yeah,
to
yeah,
just make noises
yeah.
while it
Yeah.
all falls into place. But I was right. I called it.
Yep.
Slightly proud of myself having already done the
Beyond the
puzzle
puzzle.
before.
I'm sure it's been a few weeks now, so.
Yeah, I don't remember when it was, but I definitely do not remember any single given solution. So Pufferfish King, am I wrong in thinking they've been on the same puzzle for like 2 minutes or something?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a clear over there in quite a bit. This definitely looks like the same formation where I think this was the puzzle. He had 2 of the
Oh,
chests in.
there it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was 30. Okay. So BTS is pulled ahead. I said there were 2 levels that really gave me
Hmm.
grief. They're past one of them. The other one was further on. I want to say it was in the 40s somewhere. So there's still potentially another hard puzzle lurking out there to act as a wall.
Oh,
Oh, this is BTS is in this situation. Sometimes these blocks, when there's 4 blocks all kind of pointed at each other and they all prevent each other from. You almost want to
yeah.
be able to rotate all 4 of them like 4 cars turning into an intersection the same way at the same time,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't quite go.
Uh,
Oh, is shunting that little block all the way to the bottom left side of the map. Does this
I don't
even
think
do
that
anything?
works because you can't get the block above it anywhere useful. That's what's really blocking your progress.
It's this 3 wide one in column 3 here. This 3 long
Yeah.
thing is ruining everything.
So you've got to get that all the way to the top, which means the chest has to be all the way left.
Which feels like backwards progress at this point.
Well, what does that forward arrow on the top of the screen do?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't test it very thoroughly, so it's entirely possible you just go to the next puzzle.
Let's see
We'll
if
have
I
to
can
keep an
pull
eye
up
on that.
that paste bin here. Got a Rentry.
Oh yeah, I don't think we updated the
No,
paste
I
bin
definitely did
command.
not.
I will do that if anyone wants to
Great.
look at it. Sorry for my keyboard noises.
Might want to edit the racers command too as well. I'm sure we didn't do
I
that.
did get that one. We
Oh,
did
nice.
They are on the same puzzle now. BTS
They
has
are.
been walled by this thing, and but is home free. Spoilers. A couple
Yeah.
seconds here. You'll
Let's see if
see.
I can reload these streams again. I don't know why they keep
Yeah.
lagging for me and not you.
Yeah, well, I mean, if whatever you did before reloaded for you, it also reloads for me, so it's not going to solve this particular problem,
Yeah.
I think.
I guess what I should be doing is sharing through Discord.
BTS done with that one pretty quick. Yeah, there was a couple of puzzles where I was stuck, and then all of the rest, ideas were flowing, pieces were moving constantly. So I expect to see that coming from these players. But definitely their pace has got to be better than me and ID to be this far along at only 20 minutes. Ooh, I think this is possible. Yeah, treasure chest goes to the right, block comes down, 3 wide goes over. Ooh, BTS is going the wrong way on this solve, I think. Oh, see, I wasn't sure if you could give me this, if that would make it worse on your end.
I think it should be fine now.
Okay. So now we're definitely going to be right there in sync. Ah, there it is. BTS saw the move I was talking about. Now,
Yep.
was I right? Because maybe I missed something at the end here, because these 3 wide blocks at the end can't come down.
Now they
There we
can.
go.
Okay. And that's one level ahead of Puffer now, though. So.
Yeah, a close race. Definitely anyone's game at this point.
Oh, it is nice that it
Oh,
allows you to
look how
slide.
quickly Puffer
Ooh,
solved
yeah.
it.
And it is nice that you can slide more than one block at a time. Some of
Yeah,
the
I
rush hour
didn't.
implementations are not good with that.
I don't think I ever did that. I don't know if it would have really helped me, like
Yeah. But Puffer is now in the lead.
there we go. After 21 minutes, we have our first and only
Yeah.
lead change so far. Oh, very close behind is BTS. Quick solve for Puffer. Yeah, just kind of recognizing that 2 wide in the bottom left for BTS,
Mhm.
that's got to go up, I think. Ooh, no.
Oh, yeah.
He
Made a
needs to
mistake.
undo
Only
this
put one
puzzle
of
and
them.
get both of them up there, yeah. When he moved just one and had the other down there, I was like, this is either smart or the opposite of smart. We'll see. We'll see. And then it didn't work out.
Puffer cleanly getting through that one.
And look at all these big blocks. So all of those 3 wide blocks on the right side all have to be down. Yeah, that was easy. Okay. Again, just very clean solves from Puffer. 10 levels left. BTS has been stalled out here on, this is 30 or something. Just making all these moves that like don't even do anything, you know? And you can kind of get the sense that he's just kind of hoping that it will do something after he does it, even though he seems to understand like it's probably not. But here we go. These are definitely some meaningful moves happening here. The treasure chest is now all the way past that 2-wide block, and that's exactly what's necessary to finish. So we saw quick solves from Pufferfish King all throughout, up to the puzzle where they've been on for the past minute or so. Let's see if BTS can replicate this and catch up.
Was this the other one you were stuck on, or is that still to come?
Truly do not remember. I don't think it was one that had a whole bunch of treasure chests like this, though.
Hmm. Puffer gets the
treasure chest.
Yeah.
In order to get that out of there, I feel like a lot about the puzzle needs to be undone. Yeah, I think these 3-wide blocks need to come all the way over to the left to let some of these other pieces come down to the bottom.
Goes for the reset level.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason they call this puzzle type rush hour. It's because it feels like a traffic jam. These cars are all just jammed up in each other's way, and this puzzle in particular really feels like that.
Puffer's being very deliberate this time, so I think he's thinking through a bit more. Okay, this looks good. Should be able to slide those blocks up and then no. I think that was right.
I think this one BTS is on was one of the ones that got me. It was one of my 2 nemesis. And this was no problem for Pufferfish King, but it's been a big problem for BTS.
This looks very similar to a puzzle I saw BTS doing earlier.
Here we go.
And we're back on the same stage.
We sure are. No, this one clicked with me. It hasn't with Pufferfish
King. I think Puffer's at the end now has gotten that one up to the top, which I think is the difficult part. Yep.
Yeah.
But BTS has an opportunity to make up a lot of time.
He's discovered this.
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah.
Move already, right? It's over.
Yeah, and it's over. So we are in a much closer spot. Puffer still has this lead, but one more rough puzzle and it could be all the other way.
We have our first finish from that one guy, sort of ratcheting up the tension for these 2 players. Oh, see, moving the treasure chest over by 1 for BTS lets you bring that down, and now these can come over. And you got to think that's got to be useful for something. And is trying to find use for it, and has, I think.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, it's just not quite enough. is either really close or very far away, and I can't tell
You
which.
need
But
that one that the too tall that's above the treasure chest to be at the bottom now, so you can slide the thing out.
right.
And I think can just do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Okay. So Pufferfish King got to this next map. I'm calling it for some reason. This next level, um, with a little bit of a head start, but at least to me, hasn't appeared to have discovered any great secrets about the puzzle. But it's hard. This is a kind of
Yeah.
sometimes you can kind of visualize people's thought process by the moves they're putting on the board, but this is one where you can just
I
stop and
think
look at it.
oh no, Puffer needed to put the 3 wide down like this, yes. I think oof. Oh yeah, it needs to make the extra space over there. Can now get the 2 out. Yep, okay, I think is on the right track. Now just has to basically undo everything to get the other one back in.
Oh, BTS has
Okay.
got one chest solved. I think it's not too bad to solve the
Yeah.
rest. Yeah, right
Extremely
behind Pufferfish
close and
King.
only 5 levels left.
I
6.
think you're right. 6. Maybe I was wrong when I said it was impossible for this game to be exciting. So many of these puzzles are similar, but this is
Yeah.
feeling like one that was a problem for me. I sort of follow the moves
Yeah.
back, and
There's been a lot
I'm
of
like,
these same sort of puzzles where you have a 3 wide right at the exit and you need to wrap around
yeah,
the entire board so you can get it down.
the exit's always on that third row,
Yep.
and the 3 wide always needs to go to the bottom to get clear.
So you need to get that 2 above the chest for sure.
Oh, BTS has already solved it.
Oh, that's a lead change back. Okay.
Will it be the final one? There are not many puzzles left. Fish King, I think, is right there.
Not quite,
Oh, I
because
see. I see.
the
Yes.
challenge of the thing on top is you can't get both of them above the chest.
Right. So one's got to go down.
Well, the one with the other 2 wide definitely can't go down, so it has to be something like this now, right? And then slide out the horizontal one. No. Ah,
Push
Puffer was
backwards.
close. Yeah, you have to
Oh,
maybe seize it. You have to slide that horizontal one into the slot under the chest where you can make some room, and now everything goes up, I think. This is just going backwards now, though. Oh no, this is hard. I can definitely see this being the
mm,
one where the level flow doesn't speak to you, because it's not speaking to me.
yep.
Meanwhile, BTS
BTS
is
is
making
just going.
progress.
I saw at least one clear. This is like level 48 or 49 or something. So you are good to stay on and do
I am,
the next match after
yes.
this, right?
It looks like
Oh,
they are
okay.
going to be waiting for us, so.
Perfect. Well, this match is still pretty exciting though, so
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna stay here with this one, but just wanted to check in. So, BTS has got a lot of work to do on this puzzle still, so is not about to just run away with this. Pufferfish still has a chance to wrap their head around this difficult puzzle. One of the things that's really disheartening about this sort of puzzle is you can make deductions, right? Like the
Hmm.
final 3 wide, 3 long at the right side of the puzzle.
Okay,
We
so
know that's got to go to the bottom.
I think what Puffer needs to do is make sure that leftmost tall block is all the way up top. Behind. So that way you can get the lower horizontal one into that corner.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be tough to get it across that third column.
Yeah, but I think you have to do it before you move the chest over. Because if you can get the...
This is kind of getting into what I was about
Oh,
to
this
say,
might
which is
be good
okay,
now.
okay.
This back and forth chest motion?
It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, okay, it's through,
That's
but
it.
is there enough game left for another lead change?
Right. There is more than one puzzle between Pufferfish King and BladeTwinSwords, and not many remaining after that before this race is over. But one of the most disheartening things is you start to work backwards. You realize this needs to be like this. This needs to be like this. So this needs to go here, and then you hit a point where you're like,
What was
but
the
that
first
means
step?
this needs to be here, which ties back to
Yeah.
like the first thing that you said.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of that, and you're like, oh
Oh
no,
no.
right? Like
Yeah.
those kind of circular bits of logic is where the real difficulty in this game lies, I think. Oh, sometimes things just line up and you
hmm
just have this sense of like that's got to be a good thing, right?
Right. And sometimes you see, oh, well, there's a little too wide spot there. I can get this block in, so it probably has to go there. So,
This is this feels so close to right for Pufferfish King.
it doesn't anymore. All of the things got, they were so nicely not in the way, but now they are all completely packed. They could
Into the
not be
way as
more
much as
packed
possible.
into the path to the exit.
So let's BladeTwinSwords is ahead as well and has been on this puzzle.
Yes.
We've been focusing a lot. It's easy to very tunnel vision
Yeah.
and kind of play the puzzle yourself. I so
I have not considered
let's
BTSs very much at all. It's
right.
certainly difficult.
It's kind of overwhelming. And even though it's like if you
And
just stop and
Puffer's
look
on
at
it
it,
too now. So
okay,
if
it's like
Puffer
completely
sees the
obvious.
trick,
It's not. Every chest only has one
yes.
possible exit it can get to. Right? There's no
hmm
ambiguity there. Um, but there's so many chests and so many goals that at a glance, it's difficult for your mind to kind of see where they all need to go. Like it's not an easy puzzle to look at first.
Absolutely. The trick is, I think some of these chests are probably going to have to go into their goals and then back out after something's moved past them, and
Yeah.
like these ones over on is
Oh,
yeah, yes, if BTS slides that down, should be able to get everything back up.
that's it.
That's it. Two more.
And now that I saw that the formation of the chest at the end,
Yeah.
I think maybe that was actually the one that was the
Hmm.
big thing for me. Trying to like if you look at the top, those two getting
hmm
those two chests into the top, you need that block wedged in between exactly like
Yeah.
it is right there.
Which also means that you
Um,
can't use that top row space for anything else, which you need to. So.
yeah. So doing whatever you need to do on the bottom half of the puzzle while engineering that final state of the top of the puzzle, I found to be very
Mhm.
challenging. And I guess BTS did too. But it's got two puzzles left in this skull, and I don't think they were as hard as 48 was. These things are subjective, though. Let's see. Everything is in everything else's way. It's almost like someone cleverly designed it for it to be difficult to move the blocks around.
I
Oh,
think what
that's very bad. When you reset the
yeah.
puzzle and nothing changes because you
You're already
you
in the same.
inadvertently just walked all the way back to the start and didn't even know, like that's when you know I don't understand anything about this puzzle yet.
Wait. If BTS just slides the bottom block over, can't...
Well, I saw a couple good moves, but BTS is going in a different direction. And I'm definitely not confident they were actually good moves. Oh. A couple of things moving in some interesting ways here, but...
It's so hard to see a move that really changes where the blocks are relative to other
Yeah.
blocks.
Oh, this is...
I think Puffer's very close to the end here. Yeah, Puffer's got the tough level solved.
Yes, yes, yes. It's done. It's joining BTS on 49. 2 puzzles left. Another finish from Zenic Reverie, right as the players must be at the... Oh my gosh, it's solved for BTS.
Okay, yep. One more level.
Final puzzle. I didn't even see what the final like special key was, or what. It just all snapped into place all of a sudden.
Nor did I. Okay, BTS sees that he needs to move down that end block and slide things over. Should get at least some room. Could move that one up now. This is so close.
Oh.
Wait, no, Puffer's still on the previous level? Did he restart?
Yeah, that's the previous level.
Okay.
But it's finished.
I think Puffer's stream is kind of freaking out.
Okay. That's 50 solved. Oh. BTS takes it. Pufferfish King on the final puzzle just behind. I'm curious what the final time is going to be, right? I've sometimes been like, wow, this race was really close when someone was very close to finishing.
Yeah, and then that just
some 15 minutes, and it's like, oh well, it was sort of close.
And there's Puffer's done. I gotta fix. This was a
28. So I see the done before I see what happens in the stream, so it's very funny to me to see done and then reset the puzzle.
Yeah.
In that order. So the chest comes over, that lets the left block go up, which clears space at the bottom for some stuff to shift. But then move the chest back after that piece is over. This key is this 3 wide block at the top. It needs to find a home in the bottom right corner. And there it goes, or top right corner, sorry.
Was I actually...
And that's the finish. So the final times are 30 seconds apart. A very tense race from both players. Do we want to try to really quickly chat to these folks before?
Yeah, absolutely. I can also use the time to get set up for the next one.
Okay.
So if they get into the chat, pull them in. Get back to the wait screen. Oh, it looks like they're declining the offer anyway, so let's get Rainwave back up.
Is there really much to say? Yeah, true.
True. Sliding blocks.
It's nice to talk to people, not necessarily even about the game, you know, just like talk to them about the tournament, or especially if it's like someone's first time. I want to find out how it was and stuff like that. But Pufferfish King. Wait, did they actually do Mystery Tournament 15? I guess.
Yes. Puffer actually did pretty well there, I think. Also, whoops, I need to mute the stream. streams. No, it's not up anymore. Should be all right. It's just the song doing a weird transition.
So FFAO is taking the opportunity to talk to the players in race chat. Well, first of all, probably talking in race chat's not a great idea on account of the race is not over. There are other people still racing.
Yeah, there are 2 other racers still in the race, but
I guess I'll let them know. But he is telling them that some of the levels spoke to me, and whether or not the other players had any of the levels speak to them. But it was true. It's pretty rare. I test a lot of puzzle games for Mystery Tournament, and it's pretty rare that I A, do well, or B, enjoy myself. And those two things are linked, to be fair. But this was one where there were periods where I just had all these ideas about where blocks should go and how might I get them there. And even if they weren't right sometimes, I had some other idea to try, right? Which is where I want to be when I'm playing a puzzle game.
Yeah, I found the player cards thing. It's a drop down, not a button. That explains it.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's... oh, both transparent.
Ooh. So this was BTS and Pufferfish King, win rate of 53% on the left side here. Has entered 13 mystery tournaments. I didn't quite realize it was that many. I think I called them like a little bit of a veteran. But like,
Very much a veteran.
One of our most veteranist veterans we have.
Huh. I am pretty sure Pufferfish King was in MT50. I remember him getting to like Winners 3 or Winners 4 and losing to Triscore. But he might be entering with a different name or something.
It wasn't like, Reject Tourney or...
No, it was absolutely that. Might have a different challenge name or something. However, what's it called? The career sheet is pulling it up. Maybe there's no underscore. It might have been Puffer Fish King versus Puffer King.
Something like that, maybe, yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's see if these update in real time to the next match, though.
Oh, I think they will. I think they're going to do it. It's going to be so cool. That or you're going to break everything.
Yeah, or I'm going to break anything because there's no Millennium on the contact sheet. Because Millennium, of course, did not fill out the contact sheet. Very surprising news there. Oh no, I don't know if that'll update anything at all on this. I don't want to load all these stream things. Gonna have to fill this out real quick.
That's funny. But yes, was not Millennium getting called out in chat. You're not supposed to be in chat. Focus on your race. Pufferfish King, this was not their first tournament. And you're right, they did do well. And they played well here.
No, wait, no.
Me and ID were over 50 minutes in testing, and both these guys are around 40 minutes, so decisively beat us. Not that we're a particularly high bar, but, I still...
It is on there.
I sense that this was well played.
Why did this not load?
There might be a specific button for when you've got cards up and you want to show the other cards.
There is for sure that, but maybe if I unload them, it'll help.
Yeah.
But the auto load.
To see the special animation that way,
but. Let's see. No, it's saying there's no Millennium on the contact sheet, but I see it right here. So. I also can't edit the contact sheet. I see that Pufferfish King is in the shame section at the bottom of his contact sheet to try and fix that, and I don't think it worked. Don't know if Maurice is around to troubleshoot this, so we might not get player cards, or let's see, where do I get... Got Jackazam.
So we've had a bunch of redraws, all on Jackazam's part. Millennium said, I've played 3 video games. It's fine. But Jackazam has been around and not only is like an active community member, but like active in like a lot of different things that we do here. Is always up to play something, whatever. And so has been a part of basically all of these sort of mystery tournament classics that just got pulled in sequence. But they've landed on a new submission, and it looks like this one's gonna stick. It's another one I tested too, so I'll be able to talk at least a little bit about it. But yeah, so it is Millennium versus Jackazam.
Did Salmon just link the entire draw list to... oh no.
Incredible. And he gave it to all of the people who exactly don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Right? All of the people in the tournament joining the race to play. Well, they're all grayed out for everyone. I've been so close to, like, I'll assume, like, I don't know, like if I'm in like a VTuber chat or something and I want to copy paste like the clap emoji to like clap along to something, I don't know, it's what everyone else is doing. I just want to be a part of something, and I'll hit like paste, and then catch that actually I've just pasted some stupid thing I forgot was on my clipboard that is not a clap emoji or whatever, right? And then like, oh, almost shared that with 10,000 people. Wow, okay.
Hey Myth, Windows plus period.
Is that like gonna show my whole clipboard?
It's an emoji keyboard.
Yeah, but then you gotta like
find the emoji. Yeah, I hate the emoji windows.
And then you copy paste.
So I do know that that's a thing.
Okay, TPC, do you have any access to this contact sheet? Do you know how to fix this Millennium thing?
I do not. The only person who has access to it is Maurice.
I'm pretty sure Roar does too, but
yeah, and Roar. That's it.
So the emoji keyboard pops up and it says keep typing to find an emoji, and then when I type things, like Discord has my active focus, it's just typing on Discord.
Okay, so we got a game here I can fill in.
Clap. Give me my clap emoji.
Oh, here, I can fill in game
Thank you.
details and stuff, you work and everything else.
Yeah, the dashboard won't let me log in, so I can't help Xeno figure out this thing for the first time even. I'm just here filling time.
Next time I see Maurice, I'll ask for permission to the context sheet. I realized quickly that like nobody has access to it.
Yeah, now I remember when you showed up, I was like, something twigged in my brain because this was one of your submissions.
I'm guessing I think there's a space after Millennium's name in the contact sheet.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Is it beat or clear? It is beat.
So while we, both the runners and ourselves get set up, I can report to you some of my findings as a tester because I was curious. So I've got some ratios for you. out of 164 games I've tested so far. 7.3% I've marked as this should be in top 8. 27.4% I said accept it. It's good as it is. Shipped it. Marked it green. Put it in the draw list. Another 26.2% I've marked as fine. It can be accepted.
Yeah.
But there's maybe something about it. Someone else should take a look at it, or we need to change the pace bin, or tweak the goal, or add an infinite lives cheat, or something. It'll work, but it needs a bit of work. 39% overall, I wanted not in the tournament. I wanted to reject it. Only 12.8% is what we mark as questionable, where it's like probably not, but maybe I'm wrong, right? Someone else confirm this for me. And 26.2%, a quarter of every game I've played, I flat out said no.
I'm curious if I go back on my spreadsheets, how many games I
was
accepted.
nicer, and I don't think I usually outright mark something R. It was usually like, okay, maybe I was dumb, and maybe I'll just mark this Q. I marked a lot of things that's questionable.
Yeah, you were not alone. Most of the testers who... My first time testing, I rarely marked anything red, and was even hesitant to mark things green, even when it was probably totally fine.
Only if it was like egregiously like, okay, this obviously won't work, is when I'll mark it like that.
Yeah. I had one marked as questionable that was like you roll dice to move around a board, and like there's RNG on what the dice pops up, and that would have you play different levels. Like anyone could take a moment to think about it and be like, that's not okay. They're not going to play the same levels, right?
TPC, are you cropping or?
Oh, I can do that.
Still marked it questionable. That's I'm sure I was as a tester. And then second time around, I'm like, no, red. Now, sometimes I don't even finish. I'm like, I already know this is not going to work. Bam.
Get out of the way, Twitch pop-up. Okay, thank you.
Oh, you were one of the racers who pulled the Flintstones
yeah.
board game.
I think I saw 5 minutes of that Flintstones race, and that was enough for me.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting for me because it was one of the first games I had ever tested for Mystery Tournament. So, like at this point, when I test a game, I'm bringing like 300 tests worth of experience to it. And when I played that game, it was like
I've seen some matches before.
Yeah, and I've done some testing for like Speed Gaming League, so I had some idea of what makes a game interesting or fair from a competitive aspect sort of thing. But there was still a lot that I didn't know, and just like a lot about games that are a lot about blind racing that I didn't know. So I committed a pretty egregious sin of not realizing you could press up to climb trees in that game, despite some of the level design in retrospect screaming that you should totally climb this tree to get up onto this platform or whatever. And watching it back, I remember Maurice like laughing at me for not realizing, because it was just so clear to him that of course you should be able to do this, right? And I was like, it was like my second blind race or whatever. I was pretty good at Speed Gaming League, but you had a chance to like look up a video of what exactly you do, right? Like it was fundamentally different from intuiting base mechanics that you have to do in Mystery Tournament.
What was the first game I tested? I think the first one I tested was Warp Swap, actually.
You're confusing this with like 3 other games.
That was the one that Adam completely destroyed.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm just like, I didn't even know you could go that fast in that game.
Yeah, that was pretty well. Even Maurice was on commentary, and even he was impressed with what Adam was doing, so that tells you something. Soul Devour in chat, having finished the block sliding puzzle game in 53 minutes, which was around Internet Dirigibles time, by the way. So if you feel like oh, I didn't do so good or whatever, you were right around where we were in testing.
Yeah, I'd say finishing in and of itself is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
No forfeit, gang. Almost no forfeit, gang. I've yet to not finish while testing the game. So I'm still holding up the no forfeit gang there, too.
I mean, look, there's also no shame in forfeiting because, all right, I gotta go get dinner ready. I gotta find my dog, do something else.
No, I'm in the super forfeit gang.
Oh, see, before now I didn't have a life, so that wasn't a problem for me.
Okay, we might be able to get those player cards in. Let's mode from match ID, load match.
Oh, I